And today I want to talk to you a little bit about how we talk to ourselves. So, the way we speak to ourselves, our internal dialogue, can completely affect our life in every single way and how far we can go in achieving our goals. Because if you, like most people, have a negative internal dialogue, then you're going to have less confidence, you're going to second guess yourself more, and you're going to see less success no matter how much work you're putting in towards achieving your hopes, dreams, and goals. And I'm sure most of us have heard that little self-help saying that you should talk to yourself the way you would talk to a best friend. And of course that's really true and really good, but I want to take that even a step further and say that the way you should talk to yourself would be the way you would talk to a child, like a daughter or a son that you would have, or a niece or a nephew that you love. Just if you don't have anyone like that, imagining how you would speak to a child that you loved if they had a failure or if they made a mistake. Would you be an awful person who berates them every time they make a little mistake? Or would you be someone who just says, well, that's okay, everyone messes up, it's perfectly normal, pick yourself back up, let's try again, you'll do amazing, right? Wouldn't it be wonderful if every time we made a mistake, we spoke to ourselves in that loving, nurturing way, as opposed to those negative voices of like, oh, you forgot that you parked in a different spot, you idiot, you're wasting time. But I have another learning that I'd like to share with you about the negative voices inside our head that I think will be even more helpful. It certainly was a big learning for me when I heard it, a big aha moment, and I wanted to share that with you, which is that those negative voices that we have inside of our head aren't actually our own voices. When we're most malleable, when we're most learning and growing, is between the ages 5 and 7. So that's when our inner voice really develops, and it tends to echo whatever powerful voice we had at that time, and generally in a negative way. So if you were someone like me who grew up with not the best support system and not the best parents, that negative voice that you're hearing and talking to yourself in is actually their voice. Or if you had a bully at the time, or just any negative influences that were telling you weren't good enough, you were annoying, you weren't pretty enough, whatever, that's actually the voice you're speaking to yourself with. It's actually the voice of that parent or that bully or that person who didn't treat you with the respect and love that you deserved as a young, innocent child. And just think about that for a moment. Because why would you want to keep giving that voice power? Why would you want to internalize that negative voice to continue to hurt and demean yourself? So that's my tip for today, is just to realize where that voice is coming from, because once you realize who that is that you've let inside of you and let have control, you can take back control.